Hi guys, it's Christina Harold here, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you about what it means to have 20/20 vision. I'm always surprised when patients come into the office and they ask if they have 20/20 vision, and sometimes I have to tell them that they don't, and they get so upset. But they don't know what 20/20 vision means because that's usually their next question. So when we talk about 20/20 vision, we're referring to the Snellen chart, which is the classic eye chart that you think about, usually with the big E on top. And Herman Snellen developed that chart in 1862, so that's probably the reason why everybody knows about it, because it's been around for a really long time. 20/20 is somewhat of a pseudo fraction. So the number on top is the distance away that your test is. So that number usually doesn't change. It's 20 because we usually do the eye test from 20 feet away. 20 feet is the point at which the light rays become parallel. That's important because we have mechanisms inside our eye that can focus light on their own, which is really cool. But when we're trying to test somebody's glasses prescription, it's best for their eyes to be relaxed, and that's why we want the light rays to come in parallel, because we don't want any type of stimulus to make people's eyes work any harder than they have to. If you've ever been in an eye exam, then you have probably seen those charts where it is a projector, and a lot of times we don't have a 20-foot room. Remember, I told you we like to test the eyes at 20 feet away. So if you don't have a 20-foot room and you do have a projector where you can't change the size of the lettering, what they usually do is they give you a mirror in front, and if you look, there'll be a mirror behind you and another mirror in front of you, and then it will be the projector. So they're bouncing those light rays back and forth until they get to 20 feet. That's how we can still make the test accurate even when we don't have enough space. So the 20, like I said, on top is how far away you are when you're doing the test. And the 20 on the bottom is the size letter that you can read. 20 size letter is actually 8.75 millimeters. So that means that you're standing 20 feet away, or you're doing some type of projection where it's equaling 20 feet, and you can see an 8 and change millimeter letter. That is very small, but that's the standard that we use because typically if an eye is healthy, most people can see that. Now, there are other vision measurements that we can sometimes get if your vision isn't 20/20. If your vision's better than 20/20, the number on the bottom will be smaller because the letter you're seeing is smaller. So we still have the 20 on top because we're still 20 feet away, but you could be 20/15, and some people are even 20/10, especially pitchers in baseball. They tend to have 20/10 vision, which is really, really great vision. They can see a very, very small letter, which is only half the size of a 20/20 letter. If your vision's a little bit worse than 20/20, you could have 20/25, you could have 20/50, and you're still doing the test from 20 feet away, and the only thing that changes is the bottom number, which is the size of the letter. There's a reason why they chose the sizes that they chose when they were picking this. It's complicated, and it really doesn't have much to do with what we're talking about, so I'm not going to go into much detail on that. As eye doctors, we talk about people in terms of best corrected vision. I explained to you in a different video about how eyes focus light and how eyes can be too long or too short. But for our purposes, we're really thinking about the health of the eye. So it really doesn't matter to us how much we have to bend that light. When we're talking about best corrected, we're assuming that people do have glasses on, and with the glasses, their best ability with all the tools that we have, glasses, contact lenses, whatever we can do to get them to see. And that's the vision that we usually go by, because that is the indicator of whether or not the eye is healthy. And that's what we really care about, especially when we're focusing on different diseases. Some people, even with their best pair of glasses, even with the best contact lenses we can give them, they're not capable of 20/20. And that might be when the eye has some type of disease or a problem. So that's why we talk about cases of being best corrected. Please, please comment and ask me any questions you have about this, and I'm happy to help.